All right, this one might end up being a little bit long, but we're going to walk through and practice figuring out PLSS, Public Land Survey System notation. So remember that we have a principal meridian and a baseline from which we do things. You might also see one of these correction lines where they're trying to straighten out or adjust for topographic features and things like that. And then we reference the row first, the township first, and then the range second. So in this particular case, our township is 2 north and our range is 7 east. So this particular reference would be township 2 north, range 7 east, first principal meridian. All right, so let's practice a few of these. All right, this green one, remember you can slow down and pause and whatever you need to do here. This one, again, township 2 north, but this time we are range 10 west. And then still first principal meridian. This one, township 3 south, range 4 west, first principal meridian. Right, and pause these and see if you can get them before I give them to you. I'll try to pause a little bit before I reveal them. Township 6 south, range 5 east, first principal meridian. Next one, township 5 south, range 9 west, first principal meridian. Township 1 south, range 1 east, first principal meridian. Okay, so that's identifying the township and range within any given principal meridian territory. So practice with that a little bit, make sure that you can get it, that it makes sense to you, and if not, then stop in the drop-in office hours or drop a question in the Q&A and we'll work on it. Okay, so from here, remember each one of these townships is then divided up into 36 sections, 6 by 6. So we start with an example here, and this time we're going to use township 2 north, range 7 east from that same map we just looked at. Here are our 1 mile by 1 mile sections, numbered 1 through 36 in a zigzag fashion, and we're going to work with this particular section, which is section 24. So everything we reference at this point is going to be section 24, township 2 north, range 7 east, first principal meridian. All right. So let's practice a little bit. So this one here, highlighted in red, section 1, this is an entire quarter of a section. So this is simply the northwest quarter of section 24, township 2 north, range 7 east, first principal meridian. All right, number 2, we do our first one, and I like to note this from working backwards, makes more sense to me. Even though the notation goes smaller to larger, it makes more sense to me to work backwards. So I made some little notes down here as I work through these, and that's typically how I do it, is I'll jot some notes and then I'll write the notation down in the correct order. So I've divided this into fourths. I'm in the south, that should be the southwest quarter. All right, nothing to see here. Southwest quarter, perfectly fine. Meant it the whole time. Just kidding. All right, so southwest quarter, I'll divide it again, and then I'm in the northeast quarter, and then I'm done because I've filled that whole section, right? So the notation for this one would be the northwest quarter of the southwest quarter of section 24, township 2 north, range 7 east, first principal meridian. Let's try another one. Number 3, this one's a little tricky, right? Because it's not a neat little square, it's a rectangle this time. So same process, divide it into fourths, southwest quarter. This time we're going to divide it in half, because if we divide it into quarters, we're straddling 2 sections, so that's awkward. So now we're just going to go with the south half of this quarter, and then the south half of that half. So this one would be the south half of the south half of the southwest quarter, section 24, range, or township 2 north, range 7 east, first principal meridian. Okay, so rectangles are easy. They're just, you do north, south, east, west instead of northwest, southwest, etc. All right, section 4. Section 4 is kind of a tiny one. Same process, right? Southeast quarter divide that into fourths, northwest quarter, divide that into fourths, northeast quarter, and then we're done because we filled the whole section. So number 4 is the northeast quarter of the northwest quarter of the southeast quarter of section 24, etc., etc. Let's try number 5. Number 5 is a rectangle again, so we know we're going to have a half in there somewhere. So let's start out with the first section, southeast quarter, and then we can go another quarter section because it's still neatly confined within that. So southeast quarter again, and then it's the whole western half of that quarter. So west half, southeast quarter, section 24, and so on. All right, number 6, northeast quarter, south half, and we're done because we filled that whole area. So south half, northeast quarter, section 24, Township 2 North, Range 7 East, first principal meridian. Number 7, another rectangle. So you know what's coming, right? So southeast quarter, northeast quarter, south half. So south half of the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter of section 24, etc., etc. All right, last one, number 8. Northeast quarter, divided again, northeast quarter, divided again, still northeast quarter. So northeast quarter of the northeast quarter of the northeast quarter of section 24. Township 2 North, Range 7 East, first principal meridian. Okay? So these are a little fussy at first, but once you get the hang of it, as long as you can keep your north, south, east, west straight, which sometimes I have trouble with, then you'll be in good shape. So practice with these. I think there's also a practice worksheet in the resources. If not, you can do a quick Google on PLSS Practice and find a number of things out there. And you'll get to do it in your lab as well. So enjoy, and if you have questions, don't forget to ask. Thanks for listening.